Marcelo, it took you a few bookings to finally be here. I know 3 canceled fights in a row. Can you just talk about what the last year has been like to you and what you're feeling coming into this one?
Oh man, I mean, the last year was really crazy for me. Have a lot of personal issues, have a lot of travel in Argentina, family troubles, and but I always been positive. I surround with awesome people. I have an awesome team. Here's my friend Macio, Brandon Moreno. They're always supporting me. My guys in Tijuana also too. And I mean, and I take it as a growth because I actually didn't fight, but I do the camps. The personal growth was there. I mean, the fight is only the cherry on top, you know. But I evolve, and I'm not the same person as the last fight.
Yeah, and I guess you said you dealt with your personal issues, but the 3 bookings we knew about, it was your opponents that pulled out. So how do you stay positive when there's things like that are out of your control?
Man, you gotta do that. I mean, what am I supposed to do? Just get depressed and man, I'm here to fight. So if they don't want to fight me, you know why it is. You know why it is. So.
And your last fight against Charles obviously was a phenomenal fight. Back and forth. What were you able to kind of take out of that one? I think the fans liked it, but were you able to kind of pull anything out of it and improve on it?
Yeah, I mean, it was a short notice fight. I took that fight on a bigger weight class and short notice, and I give the fan an awesome fight, and I really enjoyed that. I'm a fighter of the people, so now I'm pretty excited because there's gonna be a crowd, and I'm gonna show them who I am.
Yeah, people would have gone nuts during that fight. For you being an exciting fighter like that's in those sort of wars, is that something that you shoot for, or is it something like, man, I can't be taking damage like this, even if it's exciting and it grows my brand?
Oh, man, it's the fighting. It's the fight game. I don't give a fuck. If I need to get hit to give you 3, I'm gonna do it.
Thanks.
You're obviously fighting Kyler Phillips. He's coming off a pretty controversial decision loss. Did you think he won his last fight against Hallian?
He won, definitely. He won the first round. Yeah. But he wasn't be able to finish the fight. So that I think that's was a big issue in the fight because he just slowed his rhythm a lot because he wasn't be able to finish it. And Pavia went up. So, yeah, I think he lost the fight. Yeah, a really close decision, but he lost it, yeah.
And he was ranked at the time when he lost that fight, and now he dropped out of the rankings. Now, after that fight, a lot of people thought he had either won or, at worst, it was a draw. So are you still looking at him as like a top 15 fighter, even though he might not have that number next to him?
For sure, man, for sure. I mean, the matchmaker put this fight because they know what I bring to the table, and I'm going to take his spot. If I can knock him out, submit him, then give me the 15.
He has a lot of decision wins, but outside of that, he has I think 5 or 6 knockouts, not a lot of submissions. So does anything stand out about his game outside of his striking?
Man, he's a pretty good fighter. He moves a lot. He kicks pretty well. He uses a lot of his jab. But I'm a really good fighter too. So, I mean, we are here for a show.
And I think I saw on your Instagram you were standing in front of a banner and said Nate Diaz and said represent on it, and you were pointing at it. Are you working with the represent team, or are you just there with Brandon?
I'm working with the represent team. I'm part of Brandon Moreno's camp. So yeah, the guys help us pretty well.
Marcelo over here.
Hey,
how you doing, man? Can you talk to me a little bit about what the Brandon Moreno effect is and how that's impacted you?
Oh, that's a thing we come up when he won the title, because I call it the Brandon Moreno effect, because actually he make us believe that we can do this and we can be among the greatest fighters of the world. And we've been trying, we've been training, we've been here for a lot of time. Man, it cost me 16 years of my life being in the UFC. So that's what I'm telling you. I'm not a quitter. I'm going to keep going, keep going, keep going. And Brandon Moreno show us the whole Latin American fighters that we can do it.
Very cool. I'm not sure if you've answered this question in the past previously, but can you talk to me a little bit about your celebration as well with the T-Rex?
Oh,
Where does that come from?
yeah. So I'm gonna try to explain you really quick, but I was doing when Jurassic Park come. I have no brother or sister, but we're a pretty close family, and I got a lot of cousins, and we always been together. So I'm the bigger one. So when that movie come out, we just start playing with that. I was doing the Raptor. So the time I get to grow up, so I leave my country in 2015, and I start traveling around the world, just learning and growing, and didn't come back home. So one time I was fighting and get this pretty awesome knockout, and in my head was my family. So I just doing the Raptor, and they immediately know that I was there for them.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
When you think of Argentina and what you represent, what's the first thing that comes to your mind, and how important is it for you to represent Argentina?
I mean, Argentina, my city, we got great fighters. I'm representing a country that always support one sport, football. Argentina is all soccer. I mean, it's all soccer, and people love that. But now the sports are growing, and we got a few fighters in UFC, and people really love them and show us the support. So I'm gonna give them the win for that.
Does what Brandon did for Mexico, is that something that you aspire to do for your country and continue to grow?
Sure. 100% sure. I mean, I'm working hard towards it. I'm gonna fulfill that objective in my life. I'm gonna make Argentina proud of me.